My name is Kaylie Whidden. I attend the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and I play softball. One of the best pieces of advice I've been given to by our head coach, Coach Healy, would be that pressure is a privilege. We get an opportunity to play at an extremely high level here at Wisconsin, getting to play some of the best athletes across the country, and with that, we get put in a lot of pressure, high pressure situations, and it really has benefited me as both a softball player and as a human, because as I continue my career outside of softball and into my professional career, I feel better prepared. I think one of the things that I focus on primarily when I'm training, whether that's inside softball, in the weight room, conditioning, whatever that may be, would be just to push myself to my limit and finding those limits. I think that it's important as athletes that we don't become stagnant in our practice and that we are always finding ways to get 1% better every day. Something that I've learned here, being a D1 athlete, would be that recovery is kind of personalized to your own body and knowing what your own body needs, whether that's going to the cold tubs and hot tubs one day, or making sure that you're fueling yourself right before lift, or, just depending on what your body needs after a certain day, because obviously there's some days that are tougher than others. Depending on what your body is needing, and being able to really look at yourself and say, okay, what is my body telling me that I need to do today? I think one of the toughest things I've overcome being an athlete is playing the comparison game. I think that a lot of the times, playing on a big club team out of Nebraska, we're playing the best athletes across the country before you even get to the college level. And a lot of the times you'll be playing against girls that are going to high SEC schools or going big Pac-12, and being able to take a step back and not comparing myself to those athletes, and knowing that I myself am a good player, and that regardless of how I perform that game or how he or she performs that game, that I am doing the best that I can. I feel like I have a really cool recruiting story, especially when it comes to the University of Wisconsin. Sophomore to junior year summer, which is in most athletes' cases would be your quote-unquote big summer, when college coaches are really starting to look at you and can contact you September 1st of your junior year. Wisconsin was not on my radar in the slightest. I didn't want to go somewhere really cold, and I was kind of looking at some other southern schools to go first. And the University of Wisconsin was actually recruiting one of my teammates, and happened to see me on the same field and was like, oh, she's a pretty good athlete. And I came here, attended a camp. And then September 1st, they reached out to me, which was awesome. Got on a phone call with Coach Healy and Coach Z. Absolutely loved the environment. Wisconsin was my very first visit, and I committed about a month and a half later. And yeah, I enjoy every second of it. Yeah, I think at its foundation, being a part of the recruiting process, regardless of what level you're being recruited at, whether that's high Power 4 D1 levels or all the way down to D3 JUCO community colleges. I think what's most important to me, and what I would give other high school athletes advice of, would be to just really live in the moment. I mean, you are getting an opportunity to do something that thousands, hundreds of thousands of other girls would wish they were in your position, right, with where you're at. I would say that when you are interacting with coaches or interacting on the field with your teammates, I would say 9 times out of 10, your coaches are going to be able to tell if you're faking something. So I would just say, be your most authentic self. Have good conversation with them. They understand that you're human. So slipping up in a phone call or, something like that should not scare you. I think that at the end of the day, we're human. Athletes are human, as well as the coaches being human. So being able to take a step back and say, you know what, I'm going to make mistakes, and that's okay. Well, first and foremost, I think that being a D1 athlete, there is another aspect to it, and that's being a student first. And the University of Wisconsin has given me an opportunity to pursue a degree that a lot of other Power 4 schools wouldn't. I am pursuing an electrical engineering degree. And so along with that, there's very long days, lots of labs. The classes are extremely hard. And so Wisconsin is going to give me the best opportunity for me to pursue a degree that I want to have a career in afterwards, along with playing D1 softball. And I mean, why not Madison? Madison is a beautiful place. Besides the January, February cold snaps, I mean, now, even then we're in the fall, it is beautiful. Love the lakes. The people are amazing. I mean, it's less of why Madison, but more why not Madison. Growing up and playing on a extremely competitive club softball team has definitely prepared me well for where I'm at now. One big change that I've noticed is, obviously when you're in high school, you're 14, 15 years old playing against, 17, 18-year-olds, and that might feel like a big gap. I would say that the biggest thing that I've noticed is all around everybody's strong, everybody's good, everybody plays well. Like the age gap isn't something that you can really put an excuse on anymore. I think that when you get to college, you have to absolutely hit the ground running because you are behind and you need to get strong and you need to work hard in the weight room to be able to play at such a high level that other 22 and 23-year-olds are playing at now when they've already been in the league for like 4 or 5 years. Yeah, so I am pursuing an electrical engineering degree. I think that finding balance has definitely been difficult for me. There was some sacrifices made definitely my freshman year, taking a lot of the gen ed or weed out classes for my degree. I think that being able to really find a good time management system has been really helpful to me, setting aside like certain times of the day where I put my phone away and I work on homework for 2 hours, or, I get up earlier for an early practice and get a good hour of studying and before I even leave my house. Being in really good communication with my professors, my TAs, going to office hours when needed. I mean, Wisconsin has definitely set us up in a very good spot when it comes to like tutors and being connected with your professors. They absolutely want you to do well. You have to advocate for yourself in getting the help that you need. I would say that I've overall had a very positive experience with NIL. I am involved in a couple of different NIL deals here where I have been able to create my own clothing brand. Well, not my own clothing brand, but be a part of a company called Athletes Threads, as well as multiple other athletes on campus are involved with this as well. We get an opportunity to sell clothing that has our name, our number, our image on it, and it's something that my family, fans have really enjoyed. So overall, I've had a very positive experience with it. I think that when it comes to the University of Wisconsin, I mean, we have our own NIL director here who is being able to connect us with other brands. And although I haven't used that personally, I think that a lot of my other teammates have and have also had very positive experiences with it. To be a role model is I'm really getting to be maybe even the first time a little girl has looked at a Division I athlete playing softball. I think whether they're young, they're just starting out, starting in the T-ball stage, or they're getting up to the point where they're being recruited. I think regardless, I am going to be able to reach athletes at that stage and give them not only a encouragement, but also let them look at a raw story of somebody who has gone through the recruiting process, who is doing NIL deals, who is, pursuing a difficult degree. I think that being a role model in that sense where I am at now, I think gives a lot of girls encouragement in, pursuing their dreams, whether that be at a high level Division I softball school or at a D3 school and variety of majors. Just being able to say that you can do hard things and that you can achieve your dreams. It's probably going to sound cliche, but you have to work hard and just know that there is always somebody else in the same spot you are working hard just like you. So continue to have good determination, good discipline, making sure you're getting your workouts in every day. Just there's always somebody out there that is also trying to get 1% better. Don't let them have that edge over you. My name is Kaylie Whidden. I attend the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and I'm a softball player. You can check me out on Next Level Prep.